right, well, how bad is body shaming in South Florida clubs? If you are going out, what is it like? How do people get in those hot little spots? How do you get the best little tables? How do you even get into some of the clubs? We got an email here from Kelsey, and she said, my friends and I, we had done a bachelorette party for my best friend in Miami this weekend. Because it is so expensive to get into events and venues in Miami, we decided to use a promoter to help us with the cost. All 10 of us paid a promoter $65 for a table and an allotted number of bottles. We showed up to the venue at the time of the reservation, and one girl in our group was in contact with the promoter as we stood outside the venue. He eventually stopped answering and never showed up after we stood outside for 45 minutes.
And you paid him up front?
Sounds like they did. Now, Kelsey will answer any questions that you have here in just a second.
Oh.
Later, we found out that we were not let in because he, quote, saw our group and we are, quote, whales.
Damn.
And we were not worth letting into the venue. When our friend eventually made contact with the promoter again, he told us he would not be refunding our money. I can't believe this amount of disrespect and body shaming still exists. I just wanted to shed light on this issue and hear your thoughts. I've also attached a picture of the alleged whales, as he called them. And if you're watching KBJ TV, Suits has got a photo of all the girls together, and there's even a playful video they put together showing their night of fun. You can check out. It is a compilation of the weekend. So they look like awesome girls that I would not ascribe the titles that were given to them.
The only thing missing from the photo is me.
Right?
They look like they're having a great time.
I thought it was if you pay, you play. Like, I thought that you stand in the line and you get judged on how you look if you don't pay. I thought if you pay, that's how you get a table. That's how you get in. You don't have to deal with all the judgment of the bouncer or promoter or whoever.
Well, I want to find out. In fact, coming up here in just a second, too, we're going to talk to one of my daughter's friends. He works at a big club here in South Florida. He's the one. Remember, I was telling you how a lot of times they will look at how many Instagram followers you have, and you'll get certain tables based on that.
Okay.
That's what he does.
That's oh gosh.
He researches the people that want tables to figure out who's got the most followers.
I'm so glad I'm old and don't care if I'm cool.
Yeah. So this is kind of a
You could
snapshot.
actually get a table, though.
I don't want a table.
This is kind of a snapshot of what it's like. If you're not in the game, you can just sit back and be like, thank God I don't have to deal with that. If you are in the game, kind of like Kelsey is, knowing some of the ins and outs, and, you know, obviously she got somebody that was not cool, and I can't believe how much money in total, Kelsey, did you give this promoter that you said, at least in your email, you didn't get back?
Hi, guys. So we used the promoter for 2 events. So total, we all paid him $150. So $65 for one event and $65 for another event, and we didn't use him for one of the events.
$65 per girl?
Yes.
How many girls?
10.
Uh-oh. No, Virginia.
Wow.
Stop doing math.
I've got my
$650.
phone out. That's
Yeah.
$650.
So he gets $650. He just ghosts you, and you don't get your money back. And that's just, I guess, the way it goes when you go out to a club in Miami. Is that what I'm trying to understand here, Kelsey?
Yeah, we were there at the time he said to be there. He said to be there early, so we were there early. We stood outside. All of our group was there. He claims that he saw us at one point, but we never saw him. He claims that he saw our group, and we got a screenshot later from a text saying that we were whales and we wouldn't be able to get into the club anyway, so he just ghosted us.
That's unbelievable to me. Like, it just.
So it's a scam, it sounds like.
Yeah, we think that's what it feels like. And since our TikTok has kind of picked up some traction that we made, people are commenting on it saying, like, girls, if you pay anything to a promoter, like, you're being scammed because, like, promoters are supposed to be getting girls in for free and stuff like that. So we don't really know exactly.
Okay, well, I've got one of my daughter's friends on here. His name is Justin, and I'm not sure he does the kind of promoting that, you know, you were dealing with specifically, but I do know that he is part of a big old nightclub here in South Florida, and a big part of what his job is to try to find, because they do, admittedly, they try to find influencers who can make a free commercial for their club, having a great time, getting drinks, and there is favoritism, better tables, and all that kind of stuff, I'm sure, that is shown to them. So, Justin, hearing this situation, do you know what kind of promoter Kelsey had to deal with? Have you ever heard about this? Is this rampant in the industry where somebody would take $650 from a group of girls, ghost them, and then just not give them their money back? What is this, Justin?
Hey, so what's going on, guys? Kelsey, really sorry to hear, what you guys had to kind of go through here. I think it's really unfortunate. No one should really have to be spoken to this way. I've never really actually heard of something where a group of girls would be asked for a deposit beforehand. Usually, like Kevin said, they're getting in for free with the promoter at their table, or they're just paying for the same price as everyone else at the club. So that kind of leads me to believe that, this could have been a scam, and, he was kind of posing as a promoter online. I'm kind of curious to know if it was like from an Instagram comment or an Instagram message that you guys have got in contact with these people. But, it does sound a little scammy to me that it's kind of out of the ordinary that you'd be asked for a deposit up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing was that we did use him for one event. So we did get into a pool party, and we had a bottle or two at the pool party, so we were able to get into that. But then when it came to the club at night, I guess we weren't allowed entry because of the way we looked. And then he offered another club, but by that time the night was already ruined because my friends now we were all in a bad mood. And
Right. And you stood outside for 45 minutes while he's not even returning your texts.
Right, in our heels and our dresses, it's just a lot.
Now, Justin, what can you tell me about this? Because, hey, I guess it's just clubbing in South Florida where you're going to have to deal with, you're going to be judged on your looks. Body shaming, unfortunately, is going to be an issue. Somebody texted in and said that Club 11 in Miami is famous for body shaming and not letting people in if they aren't skinny or dressed half naked. How does that work that you've seen, Justin, in clubs? Is that a real thing that if you don't match the look, or say for Virginia and I and Jaybird, we try to go in going, okay, the old people aren't getting in.
No, Boomer.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing my Sunday best. I mean, the real good stuff.
The good pajamas.
Is that still prevalent, or does that only happen at certain clubs, Justin?
I think it happens at just some certain clubs, and I also think it does happen if, your expectations are to get in for free or discounted in some way, shape, or form. I think, money talks, and, money would just be able to get you into the club no matter what you look like.
Okay. All right. So, if you don't look good, have a lot of cash.
Well, they did, but these girls got scammed.
Yeah.
And it sounds like what Justin is saying to you is don't give a deposit to a promoter. You pay at the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
I guess moving forward, that's what we'll do.
Now you know. But look, it's a lesson that you guys had to learn the hard way. But lots of people are probably listening right now and saw your TikTok, and you're helping other girls because you guys had to go through this awful stuff. Maybe it won't happen to other girls that are listening.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate because two girls in our group walked in front, and then the bouncer put the rope in front of one specific girl in our group, and it's just such a ridiculous thing to have to go through. It's just so sad.
Yeah, I can see that.
It does suck.
Yeah,
definitely agree.
Now, Justin, tell me a little bit, because I know Caitlin had shared with me before. You go through a lot, and how much does social media play a part in getting a table when it comes to a club in South Florida?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to a comp table, if you have a platform, I think, most people would be able to get a table for free for that matter if, they do have hundreds of thousands of followers. And, that's just pretty much the extent of it. It's basically a way the clubs like to advertise their place.
How many followers do you need to have before a club is going to give you special treatment?
I think it's really subjective. I think around 50,000, 100,000, you're in a pretty good position to make some leverage with the club.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to go to any clubs, and I'm okay with that.
Not your thing. Not your thing. All right. Well, Kelsey, thank you so much for the email. And Justin, thank you very much. Is it okay if I say where you work, Justin?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. He's at Dare Day Club Nightclub, which is at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. My daughter has shared many videos from going there, and it looks like a crazy, awesome place. Is there a certain corner where the old people need to hang out, Justin, when I come see you?
No, not at all. You'll be right there with us.
Just bring your wallet.
Yeah, okay. Right. I gotta be a guy that buys the drinks.
Old man, you better bring that fat wallet.
And I really want to know, please ask your boss, would your boss be mad if someone opened up a club right next to them called Double Dare? Would that bother them, or would they like the competition?
Probably not gonna fly. All right. Thank you very much, Justin. Thank you, Kelsey.
Thank you guys. I love you so much.
Absolutely.
Oh, we love you
Okay.
too, Kelsey. You too,
you too.
Justin.
Yeah. That's the tough thing, though, man. There's so many people running scams on anything. You're just trying to go out with your girlfriends and have fun, and
Well, you
somebody's trying
think
to.
you're booking ahead.
Well, you don't know the ins and outs, and that is
Right.
good to know. If you see a third-party promoter, clubs don't work that way. They've got their own guy. Like, he is paid by Dare to put people in the right places and get the right people in that they want in the right spots. Somebody who's a third party, they're just a person who's trying to side hustle, and that's how you're going to get hustled yourself.
Pay at the door, he said.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't go for it. So a valuable lesson there. If you want to see the video, we got that posted up. But yeah, they looked fun. They looked awesome.
All these club names make me laugh. They're so edgy, man.
Dare, 11, Space.
Live,
Yeah.
Death.